morning. My name is Commander Tongay. I am the Commandant of the Canadian Forces Recruit School at CFB Cornwallis. I welcome you today to both the school and to the base. In today's society, it is possible to receive a graduation diploma via mail. But we at the Recruit School believe it is important to have a ceremony which is traditional in the military sense and meaningful to our recruits. This documentary has been prepared to allow you to share the sense of accomplishment and satisfaction that our recruits have after 10 weeks of training here at CFB Cornwallis.
Quiet, let's get up to the counter where Mr. White is. He's going to call off each individual piece of kit as he puts it in the bag. Ensure you got it, because once you leave, you're then responsible for all your kit. Everyone got it? Any questions?
No, Master.
Are we allowed to take our uniforms for ourselves?
No, it was the sisters here that would do it. I think these are good. I'm done. Max!
Okay, we need more chips. We'll get
The size of those suckers.
Just carry this with me?
Yes, take everything with you. You betcha. Thank you.
The recruits you see here today are in their second week of training. The lesson they're learning is marching, wheeling, and halting in quick time. This is one lesson in a series of lessons the recruit is required to learn prior to graduating Cornwallis.
Soldiers marching everywhere. No more walking, no more hair. No more walking, no more hair. Went to the barbers and got a clip. Went to the barbers and got a clip. Then to the mechanics for some kit. Then to the mechanics for some kit. Back to the barracks, we did run. Back to the barracks, we did run. This kind of training is lots of fun. This kind of training, lots of fun. Down, up, 1, 2, 3, down, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The recruits you see here today are in their fourth week of training. The lesson they're being taught today is marking time in slow time. This is one in a series of drill lessons that they will learn prior to their graduation. This platoon has been broken down into smaller squads for ease of teaching. The buildings you see here are typical accommodations that the recruits live in during their 10 weeks of training in Cornwallis. The kit that you see here is a typical standard that we expect from the 7th week recruit during training in Cornwallis.
Car Senior, get them outside! Hurry up! You're late!
Today you can see 10 platoon practicing for their 7th week drill review. This is carried out at the end of the 7th week as a confirmation of training, covers all the basic drill movements without rifle. Each movement, the individuals are checked to see that they are carrying it out with any excessive movement. After the basic movement is carried out, it comprises 56 movements given in approximately a 15-minute period. At the time, the personnel have 2 or 3 chief instructors standing around picking them up on all these various movements. They are given a scoring on the overall drill test, and it's just simply a confirmation of training. The school average is about 70%. These people try to better that average.
The recruit's 9th week of training is spent on the Granville Range. After 4 weeks of classroom instruction, the 9th week is spent with the recruit actually firing the weapon on the range at various distances.
Remember what I said, 5 rounds, stand up, 5 rounds again. 15 rounds, in your own time, fire.
Okay, this platoon is completing a 9th week of training. They have just done a forced march and are required to complete the obstacles. This is an obstacle course. This is one of the obstacles they have to complete.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation parade for 12 Platoon, Course 9106, commanded by Warrant Officer Tasco. The parade is commanded by Captain Benninger, Officer Commanding D Company. Each graduation, we at CFRS invite a high-ranking officer to review the parade. Today, we are honored to have Lieutenant Colonel Singleton, Canadian Forces Fire Marshal, NDHQ, with us. Lieutenant Colonel Singleton will arrive in a few minutes, and I would ask you to stand during the general salute when he arrives, during the playing of O Canada, and again when he leaves. A reminder for those in uniform to salute during the playing of O Canada. Picture taking is welcomed during the parade. However, I would ask you to remain behind the pennant bearers during the march past so as not to interfere with the parade. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand.
General salute. Present. Arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Padre will now bless the parade.
Bow your heads, please. O God, may these graduates dedicate themselves to your tasks among people. Use them as you will. Make them peacemakers in times of strife. Help them to love in times of tension. Give them power and confidence in times of doubt. May they draw ever closer to you. And bless them, Lord, as they go from here to continue their training. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, now and forever. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the march past. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Singleton will now present the awards. The first award is the Commandant's Shield, presented to the best recruit of each graduating platoon. The best recruit is the one who demonstrates the highest overall standard of performance throughout recruit training. The winner for course 9106 is Private Shire of Vernon, British Columbia, trained by Master Corporal Turcott and Master Seaman Carmichael. The second award is the Skill at Arms Trophy, presented to the recruit who obtains the highest score on the service rifle firing qualifications. The winner for course 9106 is Private Williams of Powoka, Alberta, trained by Master Corporal Turcott and Master Seaman Carmichael.
It'd be a pleasure for you also to come on with us. Go ahead, my first question. It's a great Congratulations again. Good luck.
The third award, being presented by Comrade Chuck Browning, Distinguished Flying Cross, Commander Zone 11 of the Royal Canadian Legion, is the Comradeship Award. This award is given to the recruit who shows fellowship and cooperation amongst his peers. The winner for course 9106 is Private Blanchard of Milton, Ontario, trained by Master Bombardier Hayes. Lieutenant Colonel Singleton will now address the graduates.
Commander Tanguay, dads and moms, relatives, friends, and graduates on parade. I certainly feel great. My heart is pumping. The music just makes me feel really fantastic to be here. In fact, I'm extremely pleased to be your guest of honor and reviewing officer today. 31 years ago, I too was on parade, graduating from boot camp as a private. Because I shed the same blood, sweat, and tears of basic training as you did, I am particularly delighted to have taken your salute. I also fully realize that your main interest right now is to get off parade quickly as possible and relax. I therefore will keep my remarks very short. As I have moved from place to place, I have found that far too often many Canadians have no concept as to why Canada must have a military force. They seem to have little or no knowledge of the purpose or nature of the military profession. They do not understand or comprehend the roles which govern the military, and they tend to regard us with suspicion and skepticism. A civilian would find it difficult to understand the degree of training and standard of discipline required of you. The manner in which young men and women are indoctrinated into a disciplined service has few comparisons. Civilians have options: to quit jobs, refuse orders, and lobby for change. The service person can do none of these, particularly during an emergency or war. Whether for war, peacekeeping, or aid to civil power, each member of the military must be capable of carrying out and using a weapon. You must be capable of self-defense in time of unrest, be you comm research, admin clerk, an infantry, or if you are serving as a sailor, soldier, or airman, or whether or not you're male or female. The professional service person's avowed aim is to defend Canada against aggression, be it on our land, off our coastlines, or in the air. This aim is extended to countries thousands of miles from Canada in the form of commitments to the United Nations, such as we have just experienced in Iraq. I have served as a member of the UN disengagement force in Damascus, Syria, where I have seen the terrible results of war. You have successfully completed a demanding recruit training program to prepare you for this unique commitment. Your training has been progressive and systematic, and although you may not think so at this time, you have been here for a purpose. You have been taught the importance of teamwork, a principle which will be reinforced throughout your military career. Now that you have completed the first phase of your military journey, you may be asking, how does a private get to be a lieutenant colonel? Well, at this time, you may not want to become an officer, because right now, you are particularly delighted with the grade that you have. From my experience, I know very well that some of you will become senior non-commissioned officers, some chief warrant officers, some chief petty officers, and undoubtedly someone will receive a commission as a commissioned officer, such as myself. The military provides an opportunity for advancement that is unequaled anywhere in civilian life. Where else can you go to university, receive a degree, and be paid a salary while so doing? The university training plan for non-commissioned members is something you should remember. Once you have successfully completed QL5 trades training and have the necessary high school credits, you are eligible to apply. That's the fast route. I took the slow route and was commissioned from the ranks. You need a minimum of 10 years service for that. If you lack the educational qualifications, such as I did, I highly recommend you enroll in night school as soon as your trades training permits. I would like to point out that many privates made it to general. One who became the commander of Air Command, and another who became the chief of the defense staff. The way is paved, the challenge is yours. During your training here at Cornwallis, you have undoubtedly experienced your own personal ups and downs. You have probably even questioned your own ability. Let me assure you that you were not alone, as I'm sure your peers had the same doubts and fears. Today, you are successful. You have made a lot of friends, and you have established special bonds which will last you a lifetime. And you have accomplished it together. Yes, I know only too well you have experienced a little bit of hell during the past 10 weeks. But now, on your graduation parade, I'm sure that you will agree that it was all worth the extra effort. Many thanks to your instructors, who not only have guided you through military training, but who also have mothered and fathered you along. Your success, I have no doubt, has been a team effort. According to the privates in the Ottawa area, they tell me that life after Cornwallis is simply great. I wish to congratulate Commander Tanguay and his instructional staff for their leadership in contributing to your achievements, and for such an outstanding parade here today. I feel very touched by just sharing these few moments with you, parents and relatives. You can be justifiably proud of your sons and daughters as they have successfully completed the first phase of their militarization, as evidenced by the outstanding parade that we have just witnessed. Remember, you are soldiers, sailors, and airmen first, and tradespersons second. Never forget your mission and your raison d'etre. Good luck on your military journey, and I know that yours will be a successful career. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand.
Parade will advance in review order. Fire center. Flag. March. General salute. Present. Arms. Shoulders!
12th Platoon will now march past one last time with their company commander taking the salute. This concludes the graduation parade. The buses are now available to take you to the reception at the Green and Gold Lounge. Thank you.
Let's do it the film. Joey, where's the film? I'll turn it to you. Where's the other meal? Where's the other meal? What did we do?
Got the Buster Balloon walk.
Pardon me? I thought you put the farm in here.